song and also a Kaja, and also the joy that Echo doesn't want to give in Bren Esports. We've seen their unorthodox ways yesterday, so how about now?
Yeah, with Bren Esports taking out the Yuzhong, that is the condition for many teams going against Echo. RSG does it. Pretty much everyone did it throughout the regular season. With Kaja being banned here by Bren Esports, this is Bren Esports saying, Echo, you better ban the Fanny, because if you don't, we will first pick it. However, we have seen that sometimes the Fanny doesn't necessarily get first pick. Echo doesn't play the Fanny as much. Bren, it's a priority for them, so they can actually hold on the Fanny pick up now. They can save that for the next 2-3 picks on the blue side. Right now, they can go for either a Valentina, if they really want to, as the main power pick, or as the pick that you mentioned earlier, Rockhard, the Arlong looks good as well.
It's a beautiful strat, and actually Echo also has a very good strategy here. They left so many power picks open, including the Fanny, which I would not be surprised if we saw some weird picks coming in from Echo. Because remember yesterday, in their first game in the best of 5, they picked up a Mincitar Gold Lane.
Yeah, the Mincitar Gold Lane could be a possibility as well. The glue is left open here for Bren Esports to pick up, as Echo banned the Faramis with their third ban. They pick up the glue. So Echo might go the Valentina Arlong route here, or put in an Eve here. But no, they shake things up, go straight for the tank slot, and they go for the Kadita. So this turns off the idea of Bren Esports potentially going for an Eve or a Farsa. The Valentina is open for them, but the Valentina right now, if it's going to be picked up, it's more of just like housekeeping, getting the power picks as soon as possible.
Yeah, housekeeping, but say it as you will, but on the first pickup, or the pickup here for the Lancelot, I can hear everybody's cheer, and that is just Echo not blinking a millisecond to not use this hero. It's now or never. So now, will this be still a possibility for that Fanny you're talking about? Because kyletzy is one of the his main heroes that he's good at.
I see the Fanny coming in here alongside a marksman potentially, or maybe even Kufra if they want to for owgwen. There's the Kufra, and there's the what? The carry. It's not the Fanny. It sounds like it though.
That would have been close, right? Yeah, that would have been greatly possible. But this is beautiful for Bren, because they are going to have to force a lot of priority jungle bans here. Hayabusa, Fanny included, from Echo.
Yes, and that might actually be the game plan. That they will take that out. They'll just pick up their roamer here, it seems like. Or they can also go for the marksman route and then just start banning away the roamers and the potential mid lane picks. We have to acknowledge the fact that pheww will still have a mid lane Julian available for him if he wants to, considering that he's up against the Kadita. It's a 50-50 duel. Whoever messes up their entry first will just get counter punished by the other. So Echo says they pick up the Franco early on because there's still other assassins available, as you mentioned. Of course they'll ban the Fanny here. Good call, Rockhard.
And the scary thing here is there's a possibility of Echo going straight for a Mincitar. Every time they have a Mincitar, there's always a Franco close by.
Yes.
So is that like a trap? Always, I feel like it's a trap, right?
Could be.
Echo saying like, oh, we have a Franco, expect a Mincitar, but will Bren fall for it?
Yeah. But it's world-class teams, world-class coaches playing with cards on what are you going to react. Because yesterday we've seen Benecuti use that Mincitar, and he had a bad time yesterday. So maybe now, with this kind of reset they had from a good sleep, maybe it's something we can expect from the world champs. No, with the ban the Fanny, will they trim down more of the EXP lane?
Yes.
Terizla.
Very good call here for Bren Esports to ban out the Terizla, because Echo needs more wave clear. Terizla is a monster with that. And so now I won't be surprised if Bren Esports actually will take out the Flappu Flappy.
The Flappu Flappu.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a monster with the Lapu Lapu yesterday, flaptzy.
Amazing performance with that Lapu Lapu.
Or the Matrix. Sorry, I just needed to bring that in here.
Yeah, it's so close, because we're talking about the signature picks, the strong power picks of Bren Esports that could possibly show up. And yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
They're taking down the Hayabusa.
Money, baby.
Yeah, I feel like I just know how Echo plays, just because yesterday they gave everything. I think yesterday's draft, Echo RSG, that was like Echo throwing everything down. And this is what we have. Cards on the table, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's exactly what they're thinking now. You know who's so happy with the way the drafts are going? It's the marksmen. We never got to talk about Benny Cutie's picks.
Yeah.
Right? This is interesting. So I wonder what Benny's thinking about in this one.
Yeah, that's why for Bren Esports, they got a ban of the Matrix here. The last remaining marksman with fantastic wave clear, although they might actually bring out the Melissa Echo if that's the case, but the front line of Echo is a little bit lacking for the field for a Melissa, but we'll see. So Bren Esports, instead of the Lapu Lapu, they still go for a flaptzy pickup. They take away the Benedetta instead. So marksman on the table.
What if Vincent are gold late again? I don't know if I can handle that. It's a Lapu. Oh!
Stealing it first. Lapu XP lane on that factor. It's still going to be Sanford for this one, so this calls Bren Esports to give all the cards right here, right now.
Yeah, this might be an Eve for pheww. Although getting the Bloody Hunt from the Franco looks good, but they'll be lacking on the magic damage. However, they already have a good source of true damage anyway. Again, that's a substitute. If you're lacking magic damage, you either get a Fredden or a carry in your lineup, ensure that they're there, so that the brunt of the damage will be coming from them. But I'd want to see them pick up a mage that can handle sustained fights a little bit longer. Just to go alongside the carry well. Eve would be perfect, as I mentioned. Yeah. In the Eve, and then they can also just pick up an Akai, maybe, if they want to.
It's the Val.
But no, it's just a Val, and it's a Hellcurt!
The panel called it! Chantel called it! It's the Hellcurt!
Yeah, and that's so interesting, because the condition for Bren Esports usually to pick up the Hellcurt, if their opponents have an artillery mage, either a Farsa or an Eve. So this is a relatively new condition for Bren Esports to draft the Hellcurt.
Mincy. Do it.
Mincy, Beatrix.
It's a Beatrix.
Beatrix.
There you are.
Back with Benny Cuties, one of the strongest picks of Daddy Benny, now back in Echo. So with that, no Minster for today, boys. For now, for game number one.
I just have to mention OSX. For a second there, I forgot that Benny Cutie is a father.
Yeah.
So I really just thought you were calling Benny Daddy.
Oh my god, well, that is correct. No one can say
Let's see this. Look at these guys. Oh, we finally get a vote split on predictions.
I didn't want to do this.
I can just imagine the comment section right now. Oh, they finally did it.
Yeah, because
They split it up.
Unpredictable is the playoffs.
well, speaking of predictions, personally, I don't want to do it today because everything is so unpredictable. But now, watch out for the smart power prediction because at some point in the game, a poll will show up. You only have until the timer runs out to comment your prediction with the hashtag SmartPowersMPLS11. If only I had a chance to say hard pass for the predictions of the day, I would.
Everyone, and that's what Reptar wrote down on the power of the sheets, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to vote anymore.
I don't want to predict anymore.
Because yesterday it was all flip for me, and now we're at the lower bracket with two world-class champions. Now we're headed to the game. It's game number one, first series of the day. kyletzy and carletzy on camera. So far, they're doing their things on their own, and let's start this game.
I'm really wondering how is carletzy feeling right now, right? He started the day with an assassin versus assassin challenge against Kyle. Does that mean he's feeling better? Does that mean he feels like he is up to the task?
I feel like after going up against Girad yesterday, it's like, man, this kid reminds me of myself. I feel like I gotta bring it back.
And that was called the child prodigy.
Yeah,
I gotta bring back my lands back.
True, because someone in the fans called him the child prodigy, and maybe that way to bring back the heat on how he started his journey back in seasons before, on how the Lancelot was one of his signature picks.
Yeah, I mean, I still consider that a signature pick for carletzy, but with the jungle picks here, the Hellcurt pickup stops Echo from being honest when they're engages. The timing of Bren Esports with utilizing the Dark Knight Falls of the Hellcurt is great. That's why this pick is so good for them, because they know it stops anything that their opponents want to do. Bren Esports with Dark Knight Falls down, they immediately go on hunting mode because the members of their opponents are blind.
I just gotta say, this Hellcurt pick of Bren Esports has never failed, not even once on the regular season.
Yeah, I think with the pick of the health perk, they want to go fast and furious, right? So expect when you hit level 4, Bren Esports will want to activate owgwen right away. Try to get pheww, get that Valentina advantage, that Helkert advantage.
Let's see if we'll get the FNF here in the first turtle of the game. Yeah, we brought low.
Oh, there it is. They're going in, and they're going hard. kyletzy, he's not wasting any time. Gets a retribution on the turtle. kyletzy also goes down, and there goes the early game advantage of Bren Esports. And Yowie, he's also making sure that owgwen will also suffer for the consequences of their actions.
That is not how you want to start a game against the world champs. Bren Esports, Echo, it feels like they got blinded, but they said, no, we'll just keep fighting.
Yeah.
And they made it work. Yowie with a beautiful hook to cap off that victorious clash for Echo. 2 kills for kyletzy plus a turtle.
I just gotta say that he can do that. He can play Mobile Legends with blindfolds on.
With his feet.
With his feet, kyletzy still on
There has to be a superpower.
the right point in hitting that retribution button. And it's just amazing how they're trying to bounce back from yesterday's strong fight up against RSG.
Oh, I also have to bring it up, right? I think kyletzy, he was playing well up until maybe game 4, maybe he ran out. So maybe Echo, the plan here is to speed things up so that, you know, his injury doesn't affect him too much coming into the series.
Yeah, it is a factor that has to be discussed in sports. Supermarco Dutch hook there is a big factor. Of course, as much as possible, you want to be comfortable playing the game and sport that we love. kyletzy is going through it, but definitely that isn't a reason or anything to downplay the achievements of their opponents, especially RSG yesterday. Injury or not, RSG was tremendous in their victory against Echo.
Yeah, from all 5 games. Amazing performance. flaptzy is going to be targeted by 2. Up top, Sanford and kyletzy backs away.
He read yesterday, by the way. He made a lot of fans. I was reading the comments.
Definitely, man.
Man, that was a beautiful game. Just have to bring that up.
Like I didn't hide it. Like yesterday, kyletzy, Irad made a big fan out of me during that cast. And as flaptzy and Sanford duke it out here, this is what we expect from that glue Lapu-Lapu matchup. Now we look at the positioning of the roamers in the mid laners as Echo is drafting a pick-off focused lineup with Benny sticking a little bit closer to Sanchi and or Yowie. And this is why Bren Esports just backs off. After the loss they suffered earlier, they decided we're just going to give the second turn of the game. That's going to be a free one for Echo. So key item pickups, Demon Hunter Sword has already been built up by the Helkert of Bren Esports. Now, and this is why the Helkert pick is unique in this situation. Up against a dive comp, when you're much closer to your opponents, the effects of the blind isn't as bad. That's why Echo are confident to fight even with the Dark Knight Falls up. But if Echo drafted a lineup that had something like an Eve or a Farsa, they would have to retreat and recover just to avoid it.
Yeah, and I don't know if kyletzy can recover from that because he absorbed almost all the crowd control and there was just no way from him out of there.
Yeah, and 2 members were far away up top, probably protecting Benny Cutie. And something tells me from what Renmar is saying, Echo knew this was going to happen. Bren using the Helkert, and now they had their first additional kill for this match.
Yeah, it's not a foolproof strategy. Like, sometimes people are going to get picked off with this lineup like this. You just can't help it.
Ooh! Saved by the bell. He was also going to be peeked by Sanford there. Really close.
See a play by Yowie inside. You're just trying to get information here. What owgwen did earlier, by the way, that's just good familiarity of your opponent. Recognizing the situation that the pathing of kyletzy's Lancelot would lead to where he would be, and then the positioning of owgwen just saw kyletzy in the perfect spot, and with the members of Bren there, good call for that pickoff. Now this 4v4 here around in the mid, it might be down to a shrub check by one of the roamers to decide it. As kyletzy path stop, he's going to be looming around the turtle first, but Helkert's next buff will be the purple buff, so we might see a big one there, but Echo seems to be going a 4-1 swing leading up to the turtle.
Oh, that's a flicker committed by Yowie, and they are chasing down Supermarco. Help is very, very far away, but with the right usage of the flicker, he's able to make it out just in time.
What
Supermarco.
Supermarco, man.
He is athletic.
Athletic is one of the ways that you can describe it. That was a clean escape.
It was actually very smart, right? His pathing was excellent.
Oh,
and
good.
speaking of excellent, look at that beautiful engage by owgwen, but it's not enough to stop the goal.
What? kyletzy. What a retribution play there. And he was the one who was picked off there by owgwen.
He got stunned, Tyrant's Revenge, but once he used that Thorn Rose, he had a perfect calculation where to hit that button.
Who got picked off by who? That's the question.
He's like, I got picked up. No, I'm picking you up.
Oh, that guy got picked off for sure. kyletzy will not actually be able to defend that turret, and gold is just coming into Echo non-stop right now for the past few minutes.
Yup, and there is no turret destroyed from top to bottom, and as of this moment, it's only the mid for Echo. Higher defense now, they're trying to push Bren. Another grab from Yowie.
And Yowie just relentless in taking each and every member of Bren Esports that he can find on the map.
Franco Bea Kadata. That is one of the recipes for a sure pickoff.
Oh, come on! Yowie! He's just finding everyone that he wants.
Okay.
Oh, and I don't think Bren's taking that sitting down. I think they are mad. I think they want to go. But there's just no stopping that. Yowie using that flicker even. The flicker forward. You don't usually see that from a Franco, but he's going to have to fight it around with owgwen. kyletzy with the Dark Knight Falls. They're trying to isolate down to Sanji, and they are able to do that just like that. That's a double kill for Sanford. And the 4-man Echo on mid is looking really, really good, although Sanji does go down.
Echo are responding really well. Right now, what we're seeing is just a game dictated by the two roamers and mid laners of each team. The roaming mid 3. Oh, there goes Flap. What a pick. Yet again, Flap was just trying to clear minion waves.
So the Echo game plan. Wait, Yowie, is your ultimate up? Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He bites everything who's near. Ultimate out, and Echo secures more of the possibilities of a threat from a Hellcurt. kyletzy on this Hellcurt could be on some of a challenge how to put up against Echo right now.
It's working so well for them, and the gold is just being equalized maybe a little bit with some tower takedowns, but overall the late game of both teams are actually also pretty good.
It's interesting because this is a draft where the Fanny was non-factor up until the second phase. So Echo, it felt like they were the ones who dictated this draft with how they picked it. Again, when it comes to lineups that are good for pickoff and dives, for myself, I disagree with a Hellcurt pickup. If they were up against, again, an artillery mage, it would have been great. But the Hellcurt is just so punishable, and highly likely that before he can get the silence off, or he does get the silence off, he'll be lacking the burst, and he'll be the one bursted in turn.
Well, speaking of silence and getting that burst, on that Sea Halberd second item, something tells me a flicker in from Yowie.
Yeah. There it is, like you said, Echo's game plan. Yowie ultimate, Bloody Hunt, let's go, but owgwen, there's a counter flow, they want to go as well, they're fighting under the tower, but kyletzy will still fall. And Siege is very strong for Echo, they still got some minions on the bottom, and they want to take down that inhibitor turret.
Echo are just running away, but I have to correct myself. They are swimming away with this.
Swimming away.
The Orcas are swimming. Sanji's entries have been immaculate. And of course, we can talk about Yowie and how he's been starting everything for Echo, but the response of Echo as a team, specifically Sanji and Sanford, the Sanford duo, is what's stopping Bren from being able to respond properly.
The Sansan brothers. Now they're back at it again for the duo. Now something tells me the only one here for Bren Esports is supermarco that has the damage, and they're going at it again. Echo's looking for someone being isolated here.
Look at that.
Yowie trying to hook.
Oh, there you go again. He hits the mark. flaptzy was hooked, but he will survive. kyletzy on the back. He slows down the attack, but Echo still be up on the front. Yowie again almost making his mark.
My heart.
Pretty sure that's what Bren Esports heard. Not the drums of Echo, but their own heartbeats. Yowie on this Franco.
I felt that. I totally felt that. I was thinking somebody could get hooked another one from that.
Almost. It was a hair away, man. I swear.
Okay. with the lead on Echo has built right now, 7.5. What's the comeback potentially? How is Bren going to see an avenue here on taking the strength of Echo right now?
Oh, they do it by 1 or 2 pickoffs in a team fight. It has to be the counter. Because right now with what they have, it'll be difficult for them to try and initiate just onto one. Echo will be able to quickly get in to where that pickoff attempt is happening and just respond. See, Bren Esports can't even get to Echo in time to stop the
That was so close.
Easy using the ultimate just in time.
That was almost, like, literally a pixel away this time around.
Yeah.
Not a hair away, a pixel away.
Oh, man.
Yowie's hooks is just on the A game right now.
And look how behind Supermarco is in terms of the gold and the items. 2 more major ones coming up here for Benecutie. Just looking out for the Husky loss on the Matrix if he wants more regen out of that. And the jungle difference. Look, 3 items for kyletzy, almost fully built. That hybrid build Lancelot. 2 defensive items, a War Axe and then a Hunter Strike.
Okay, will that physical penetration reach the defense of Echo that has been built as of this moment? And now they're going in, trying to penetrate the base. flaptzy, oh, the flicker!
Owgwen, he's trying to take 2, but Sanford's the only one who's stunned up. Yeah, we able to mobilize a little bit. Owgwen will get taken out by Benecutie on the back. He's relatively safe. kyletzy diving in. Benecutie's low, but he will still go. Go, and that's a double for the marksman of Echo. And the Lord's on the bottom as well. That's a triple for the Storm. And that's going to be Echo taking game number 1.
Hot start for the Orcas on the back of Yowie's play on that Franco. The responses of Sanji and Sanford. That's game 1 for Echo.
Talking about waking up from a great fight yesterday, and now this is just the world champs going back on their feet.